You won't believe what I found out about my own movie. Stick around to understand the impact of this later on. I know. Asking for subscriptions and likes is annoying, but hear me out. If you don't subscribe and leave a like, you'll end up being banned from my kingdom of Eternia. So go ahead and click, please, before I lose my patience. As the guardian of the Sword of Power, I've been keeping an eye on every move behind the scenes of the Masters of the Universe movie. The reason for all this drama? Jared Leto has been cast as Skeletor. I know what you're thinking. Why choose such a controversial guy to face the good guy? Stick around till the end to understand how this could shake up our story. People magazine revealed that Jared has been accused of misconduct by 9 women, some of whom are still underage. Seriously, interviews point to inappropriate behavior with girls aged 16 and 17. Want to know the details? Stay with me, because all of this could ruin our movie. According to Armayo, the allegations include inappropriate questions and even forced nudity, as well as reports of a supposed cult surrounding the band 30 Seconds to Mars. Just imagine, skeleton coming from a cult. If that's not creepy, I don't know what is. Hollywood has already seen similar cases ruin careers. Jonathan Majors, for example, saw his future collapse after assault accusations. In Jared's case, the situation is even more serious. It involves minors. Armayo also points out that fans treat his band like deities. As for me, being a prince, I'd prefer to be treated with respect, but that's only part of the problem. There are behind-the-scenes stories about him sending rats to colleagues, leaving like the Joker in Suicide Squad. If that doesn't scare a child, I don't know what would. Just imagine Mattel and Amazon Studios deciding the fate of my movie after these revelations. It's a huge cliffhanger. We'll soon find out if they'll keep betting on me. An anonymous source confirms this behavior had already been talked about in Hollywood for years. 9 women, 9 voices, and this is just the beginning. Among the accusations, there are reports of forced nudity in front of 17-year-old girls and even attempted touching, with him inviting models to become personal assistants after the alleged abuse. One of the victims recalls receiving strange phone calls in the middle of the night with a disguised voice, indecent questions. It's chilling to think about, isn't it? Another says that after refusing an invitation, she was bombarded for weeks with calls and adult messages. It was the kind of real scare that makes fiction seem tame. There were those who said, I thought it was just the movies. That's when you realize Hollywood can be a horror script. And it doesn't stop there. At parties at Jared's house, minors were allegedly encouraged to swim naked. The event promoter swears that none of this happened, but let's be honest, it would be hard to keep something like that a secret. DJ Ellie Tail reignited the discussion by reposting an old status saying she had been assaulted and traumatized by him at 17. The tension just keeps rising. Despite the official denials, these allegations could shake not only the skeleton, but the credibility of the entire production itself. For now, we wait in anticipation. Will the Masters of the Universe movie survive this storm? If you haven't liked the video or become a member yet, watch out. I might use the magic of Grayskull to invade your castle if you don't do it. Now, I'll hand things over to my favorite enemy, Skeletor.
You have no idea what kind of chaos I'm stirring up in Eternia with all my power and strategy. Stay tuned to find out how all of this could change the fate of my arch-enemy, He-Man. Speaking of power and strategy, let me open a dimensional portal real quick. If you're also tired of living in the shadow of a powerful villain like me, or at least in the shadow of financial crisis, you need to check out the Monetization Mentorship, Master of Artificial Intelligence. In it, mentor Rodrigo Barros from Maker Academy, with over 10 years mastering the digital field and several successful channels, teaches you how to use AI as your power sword to scale any business, whether digital or physical, creating new sources of income that grow faster than a spell from Grayskull. If you don't have a business yet, he'll guide you in building income streams from scratch. It's like becoming a business hero without needing to be born in Eternia. For those who want to achieve financial independence by using AI smartly, I've left the link in the video description and pinned in the first comment. As the Lord of Snake Mountain, I received the news that the new Masters of the Universe movie finally wrapped filming in June 2025. Get ready to find out how this project, valued at $180 million, could redefine the power of Grayskull. The plot reimagines young Prince Adam, who falls to Earth at the age of 10 and only returns almost 2 decades later to defend Eternia. This departure from the classic storyline creates a unique connection. We villains will have more time to prepare and scheme. The actor Nicolas Galitzin, 30 years old, went through a brutal regime of 4,000 calories a day and insane workouts to face me. Does he think it will be easy to defeat someone with bones as legendary as mine? We'll see. Jared Leto was cast as me, Skeletote, same actor who has already played the Joker and Mobius. With CGI and motion capture, he promises to be frightening, but I doubt his piercing stare can intimidate my natural cynicism. Camila Mendes, Alison Brie, and Idris Elba are joining the army of good. Captain of the Guard, second in command, and master of arms. I can't wait to show who's really in charge here. The team includes Goatman, Trapjaw, and Ram Man. A diverse cast that will make you cheer and tremble with fear. Filming took place in London with a master Fabian Wagner behind the camera. Just imagine the darkness of Snake Mountain now on the big screen. Director Travis Knight, known for Bumblebee and Kubo, is at the helm. He promises to balance nostalgia and innovation. But between us, I still prefer the old magic of the power of Grayskull. The script made the rounds at major studios, from Netflix to Warner and Sony, until it landed at Amazon MGM in 2023. Finally, production took off without any more delays. The first official glimpse shows Galatine wearing the classic armor. Fans have already analyzed every inch of the costume, but none of them can match my skeletal grin. The marketing campaign promises an explosion of teasers as early as 2025. Get ready to see my spells and tricks in every trailer. The Mattel toy line will release figures with 16 points of articulation. Do they really think they can capture my mischief in plastic? Well, the raw material is specifically called polymeric bone. Since 1982, the masters of the universe have inspired generations. But this time, the greatness of the movie might eclipse everything they've ever done. I'm excited, but you didn't expect to hear that from me, did you? The original He-Man movie in 1987 was a flop and made a meager $17 million. Now, with a star-level budget, we can either dig up a new legacy or finally bury our enemies for good. Before we wrap up, one last reminder. Comment below what our first conquest in Eternia should be. Do it quickly, or I'll send Panther to rip the keys off your keyboard. And if you think my tone was harsh, remember, Skeletor never apologizes. So become a channel member, leave your like, and comment, or you'll feel my dark power haunting your dreams.